Let's take this quick moment, guys, to just appreciate life. Man, let's appreciate life. Let's appreciate being healthy. Let's appreciate all these things. Oh my God, life is so damn good. I feel so damn good right now. There's nothing like being sick, and there's nothing like not being able to do a damn thing about it. Health is wealth, bro. I'm telling you right now. You don't know how blessed you are until you get really sick and feel like near death, and then to come back to be your healthiest, your fittest, your strongest. Man, let's take this moment to appreciate life. Oh my God, I feel so good today. And I'm so happy because of it. And with that being said, let's get into this video. For those of you that don't know what the Jezebel spirit is, it's a spirit you don't want to come across. And if you're a male, you just might come across this spirit. And it's not nothing nice. To deal with it, it's hell on earth. That's how I would describe it in a very short term. It's like hell on earth. If I was to relate it to a disease, it would be cancerous. It would be like cancer. It affects you and there's nothing you can do about it until you get rid of it. The Jezebel spirit. The one thing you cannot do, especially if you know you've come across a spirit as such, is you cannot give it any power. If you give a Jezebel spirit power, which it thrives off of, you are doomed. And I'm here warning you right now, do not give that spirit any power. Because it's going to come back to bite you. If you give it power right now, it might not do nothing in that moment, but it's going to come back to bite you. Eventually it's going to bite you. And most of the time when you're given a spirit like that power, you can't see what's coming. That's the devastating thing about it. You don't even know what's happening. Your power, your energy is slowly starting to leave your body. And you don't even know it. Until the person you're dealing with the Jezebel spirit leaves. Because if you're powering something that is always around you, you're still going to kind of be surrounded with your own power, because your power is going from you to somebody else who has a Jezebel spirit. And as long as they're still around you, you're not really going to know the difference. But it's when they abandon you and leave, that's when you feel powerless. Because all the power you had, all your good energy, everything that was good about yourself leaves. That's why some people refer some things to that bitch took my soul. She did. She did take your soul. She took all your power, all your energy, all your everything, and she dipped. And you don't know it until they dip. That's the scary part. They got in your head. They used and abused you. That's what they do. It is a spirit sent by the devil. He's probably going to send some pretty looking girl on the outside. Her exterior looks real good. And the devil's going to send you a spirit inside of this body that is completely horrific, evil, cunning, manipulative. The Jezebel spirit. And it's no joke when you have to deal with something of that nature. I can look back at it now myself and have a little laugh about it, because I got myself back, I got my power back, I got my head on straight, and none of these psychopaths is ever going to get in my way ever again, because I know what's going on. I know what's going on with these bitches, bro. I know what they're about. And I ain't gonna let it happen. I'd be damned to ever let something like that happen to me ever again. Being the young kid that I was, I couldn't see clearly enough. I knew there were some red flags involved with what I was dealing with. But they'll send you something so pretty and so undeniable that you want to deal with it in the moment. Hard lesson learned, young buck. Hard lesson learned. You never, that's why I'm telling you guys here right now, do not ever give power to the Jezebel spirit. You have to go completely stone-walled to those things. Get away from them. Do not talk to them. Do not text them. Do not sex them. Do not have real sex with them. Nothing. Because every little thing you do with these individuals is giving them power to destroy you. They are not a regular human being. There's something seriously wrong with those individuals, and they're good at what they do. They can get so many people. I know a lot of good people that got caught off guard by a Jezebel spirit, and for a while you're not going to be the same again. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're not going to be the same again if you get caught up by one of those individuals. It's a horror movie, to say the least. I should give some movie creators, some high up movie creators, an idea to make a movie about it. That'd be sick. I'd watch the damn movie. 2023, let's go. Let's name the movie Jezebel Spirit. I'll be a star in the movie. Whoever else wants to join in, join in. It'd be pretty sick. I could be the guy at the end that kills this bitch. Hi. You know what I mean? But for real, you cannot mess with these individuals, bro. You can't. They will get you, and it sucks a lot. It's going to piss you off. It's going to fill you with anger and rage and bitterness, and there's nothing you can do about it. I felt that way for a long time in my life. For a long time. It's something you have to overcome yourself. And even when those individuals come back around you, you get triggered. You get triggered. I remember when this person would come around me, not all the time, but when I would see them randomly, I'd instantly get mad, as if there's some murderer in sight, something that's very harmful in sight. My mentality would go from just being in the moment, chilling, you're just somewhere, to boom, you see them, and it triggers you, bro. I swear to God, it's very triggering, because you can feel it, you can sense it, you can see it, you can see the evil. And once, like I always say, once you see what you saw, once you've dealt with what you've dealt with, there's no unseeing it, there's no undoing it. It's done. Other people that have not had the access you had to this person, they're not going to be able to see the same thing, so they might think you're crazy. They might think, like, why are you so mad at this person, bro? Why this, why that? They'll never get it. And something like that was probably never done to a person that doesn't get it. Someone that gets it, they would understand why you're so pissed at the person, why you're so triggered. And it's funny how they act around you when other people's around. They want to make it seem like everything's cool until it's just you and them. And they'll drive you effing nuts. They put on that persona like everything's cool whenever it's you and them and you're around other people and stuff like this. But when it's just you and them, it's a different story. It's the horror movie. They're great at what they do. They really are. But once you go through it so many times, once you were tricked so many times, you start to see the patterns, you start to see what they actually do and how they do it. And they cannot get you again. And the Jezebel spirit is in the same, it's like the same thing in a different body. So when somebody else tries to do it, everything they do, they don't think you've been through it before. So they're trying to play these games and you're just looking at them like, no, like I've seen this before. Like, and you're telling them this. I've literally talked to different girls after I got screwed by this one in the past. And I've talked to someone new again, years and years and years and years and years later. I literally told them, I know what you're doing. Like, I've seen this before. And they were just like, yeah. It's like they knew that you knew, bro. They knew that I knew. Because I would tell them exactly what they're trying to do, and they'd just be like, yeah. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't. They'll do it to anybody. They'll do it to you. They'll do it to anybody. They couldn't give a shit. As long as it benefits them. As long as they can gain power and control over you. They can get fuel from you and suck it out of you. As long as they can do that, they don't care. They don't. They will feast off a so-called boyfriend for years. I know a lot of young chaps right now, they're getting into relationships, they're doing this, they're doing that. I know a young chap, he's got himself into a relationship and he's already dealt with this same girl and has been with her and it ended before. He's back with her. Oh my God, what do you think's gonna happen, young chap? I try to tell you. You try to warn people like that. They don't know what's coming. Getting into relationships, man, when you're young is dangerous. And yeah, I get it. It's all a learning experience. I've done it. Other people's done it. Other people's doing it. But sometimes it's a very horrific experience, and sometimes it can literally take people's lives forever. It can be that traumatic. And it's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand what everyone is going through individually in this world. I try to stick to myself. I try to understand others. If someone has something to tell me or say to me, you got to be understanding, man. You can't just, like, there's friends that'll chirp each other when they're in a relationship and it ends. They like chirp each other, like, bro, try to go a little easier on your friends. You do not know what they just went through with this person. People can pretend like they know, they don't. And every situation is different. Obviously, some things might be laughable, some things aren't laughable at all. That's why you got to be more understanding. And don't be so quick to, like, chirp one of your friends if something happens, because something really bad could have happened that nobody knows about. And they won't know about it if it's a Jezebel spirit, because they're good at hiding the evidence. They're good at what they do. They'll destroy you verbally over a phone and then block you. You got no messages now. You got nothing now. It's gone. The evidence is gone. What they've done is gone. The times you spend alone, no evidence, nothing. So you got to be very careful when dealing with people in general today. There's a lot of negative spirits out there. There's a lot of negative people out there. There's a lot of Jezebels out there. You and your Jezebel of a wife. If I knew someone I was kind of a little bit close with, and they had a Jezebel as a wife, I'd let them know, you got a Jezebel as a wife. And you got to kick her to the curb. Quick. Before your life comes to an end. These Jezebel spirits create some people to literally commit suicide. And I know it's not a laughing matter, but I was just laughing about something else I was just saying, so I'm kind of going into that quick. But they're nuts. They will literally drive some people to commit suicide. And it's okay for them to do that. It's okay for them to do things like that. But it's not okay for us to beat the ever-living hell out of them. Because there's evidence of that. There's no evidence of what they've done to you psychologically. And they will push you so far into literally wanting to hit them. And that's a terrible thing to say. A guy hitting a girl, that is nuts. That's terrible. I would never get myself to get to that point, because I would walk away. I've put holes through walls before. I never even came close to put my hands on a woman. I put my fists and forearms directly through walls. I've threw chairs. I've done it all. And I've walked away. I've made women cry that I was with before from freaking out because of what they did. And you walk away. The best thing you can do is just walk away and do not deal with them, because you have to understand how fucking crazy they are in the head to push you to do things like that. It's happened many times. People has done many things. Many things. There's some evil shit out there, bro, and it will get you to not act in your true nature. They're very abusive things. So you got to walk away so you can keep your sanity and keep living a good life, because they want to prevent you from living a good life. What do you think the Jezebel spirit does? It's trying to do exactly the opposite of good for you. It's trying to keep you from living a good life. It wants you to be as crazy as it is. It wants you to abuse it so it can have evidence on you to put you behind bars. It wants to drive you to try to do something like that so they can get you in trouble in some way, and then laugh and grin about it and all this stuff, because that's how fucking evil they are. And that's why it makes you literally want to harm them. And that's why I give you guys this video. Just walk away. And with that being said, I'm about to walk away from this video myself and get into another topic. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I feel like I'm back right now, guys. I don't want to jinx myself and end up getting sick again and it not being over or something, but I feel damn good right now. I feel sharper in the mind than I have in the last like 2 or 3 weeks. I had some brain fog. I just felt ill for the last couple weeks. I feel freaking good right now, man. Way better than I have in the last weeks, and I'm grateful for that. So once again, let's celebrate just health. Health is wealth. It's something to celebrate in itself, and sometimes it's hard to see that. Sometimes it's hard to just celebrate such small things like that. To me, it's not small, but to a lot of people it's small, because it seems like everyone's healthy all the time. But it takes you to be unhealthy to realize how blessed you are to be healthy sometimes. And yeah, it's seriously a blessing. And people that are very sick today, man, they wish they could be as healthy as us. They really wish. That's why we got to be so grateful that we are, and for as long as we possibly can be until the end of time. So for that, I'm grateful for. I hope you guys are too. I'm about to get out of here with another video.